Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today we are doing an art journal page, and it's going to be about how to fix mistakes when you have them. And I'm showing you my nails now. Can you see the gold to the pink? I cut my nails down because it was just getting too hard, but y'all ask me all the time about my nails, and that's the chrome look. It goes from gold to pink. So we're just going to be doing an art journal page, and nothing major. We're just going to play around with different things and going to see how they work. So first what I did was I took a page from my book that I rip apart. Usually it's just the back pages. And I got that ready and I gessoed my art journal page that I did not like. And I actually ended up liking this one a lot better. Even with the mistakes. So I took some of my Mod Podge paper and my Mod Podge mat, and you guys asked me about transferring, different pages of text and different ways to do it. So I used the Mod Podge paper, which I'm going to do first. I'm just putting it down, as you can see, and my lighting's off. Sorry, the wind's blowing, the lights are crazy. And then I just put a piece of book text down, rinsed my brush, and then I go in with my Mod Podge mat, and I do the same thing. I put it down, rinse my brush, and give it a little burnish with my hands. You give it a second to dry, and then I'm going to do it on my ATC card too, because you could do it as a background, and showing you that I have a blank page left after I ripped off text, which I will use in an art journal page or a painting. And you can see just doing the same thing. So I'm just giving it a rub because everybody loves a good rub. And I'm pulling it back. And as you can see, it's kind of getting, not getting all of the extra paper off. So I'm pushing it down again. And I like to pull from a different angle, which definitely will help. And if it doesn't, then so be it. It's not a big deal. I'll give it a little rub lightly with my fingers and it comes off and you get this delicious text. I'm going to do the same. This is the Mod Podge mat. The other was the paper, Mod Podge paper. And then same thing, go and do it. And you can see that little hangy thing there. They get on my nerves, but, so I'm just going to rub that as well. You can wet your finger a little bit. That's what she said. And, give it a nice rub and get off as much as you want. And you can always go back with, more of the Mod Podge that you use to seal it down if you want before you start painting, but it's not a big deal. And you could do big and little. And I'm doing the same thing there on the ATC card. And look, you can see, and it gives you a great start, a great background on your ATC card. And you can use a whole page of paper or not. Books, they're always being given away at the library because they're so destroyed. Why not give them another purpose? And use them in your mixed media or your art journaling or ATC cards or card making or whatever you love to do. And see? And then you just leave it dry and you move on. And that's what I'm going to do now. So I had to do a voiceover. What a day. Okay, so now you can see we have this background, and that's one of the things that I was asked to do. And now I'm just going to take some white. This is the Deco Art Premium Titanium White. I usually use my Folk Art White paint, but I had to sit in here, could not find my Folk Art White paint. I go through it like it's crazy, and I thought, why not just let's use this? And here's another tip. As you're going to see, I'm just dotting some of the white on my page. Use whatever colors you want. But I did not clean my makeup brush, which you can get like a dime a dozen at the dollar store. So I just cut it off. You see how violently, because that's the mood I'm in today. And I'm just going to blob it on there and pat it out, pat it out, pat it out, pat it out. And now I'm going to take, what am I going to do? Oh, I blew it dry. I blew it dry because I didn't want it to be soaking wet, but I want it to be a little wet. And I'm going to go in. I'm not going to clean my brush or my makeup sponge, rather, and I'm going to dab, 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 dab. There we go. There we go. Yeah, and just blending it where I can so it lightens it or it darkens it. And there I go. There I go. And I'm kind of mushing it around and pulling it all over and going over the text that I had there. I'm not going to worry about it too much in this art journal page. And I'm going to grab my yellow, which is the daffodil yellow, and it is also multi-surface, which I love. It's a satin, and it goes on any surface. And you can see I'm dabbing. Now, the pink is still wet, and what it's going to do is going to mix and make like this orangey color somewhere. And when the page is done, I don't know if it comes across as much as I want it to, but you almost get that Dilutions orange color that you get from the spray, which I just love. I love the way the background and everything came out. So I'm just dabbing off on my ATC card, so then I'm making a background on there as well. And you can see, and I'm just kind of scraping it through. I went over the text, and I'm dragging it and doing my thing there and loving it. Going to spray some water to take off some of the paint. If you do this, I'm a 10-year-old boy. If you do this, it will take off the paint off of your text or whatever picture you have underneath. So if, let's say you do a lot of these text all over your page and you put too much paint, just spray it with water and wipe it off, and you'll get that text shining through. So yeah, so there. Well, there you go. And if you do go over it with your Mod Podge mat or paper, it won't soak in the paint as much. So that's something else you can do as well. I dried it. It's all dry. And I'm going in with my Stabilo as I look for it because I couldn't find it. There we go. And I'm going in with my Stabilo. I'm going to sharpen it because I'm so prepared all the time. I'm so prepared. Here we go. Here we go. She's going to sharpen. I think she's going to sharpen it. Is she going to sharpen it? Okay. So apparently I did. Or did not. I don't know. Did I? The wind started blowing. The dog started choking. And I'm telling you now that if you do not have a Stabilo, because people get angry when I use them, you can use your watercolor pencil, or you can also go to your local craft store, and they have, from Derwent, they have water-soluble pencils in different, I used them a million times on here, in different leads. You can get medium wash, dark wash, light wash, up to you. So you can use those as well. And I'm going in and I'm just drawing. Now I'm explaining to you here my obsession with bird cages at the moment. And I have a bunch that I bought from the thrift store. And you can get them at your local craft stores and use a coupon, but, you know, they can be more expensive. I don't know why my thrift store had a bunch, but I love them. And so then I decided, you know what, I'm going to use a watercolor pencil out of the Reeves that I used in the video prior. And we're going to use that because a lot of people just, you know, don't have the Stabilo or the water-soluble pencils. So I'm going in and I'm explaining, you know, what I'm doing, and I'm going to show you what happens when you make a mistake, which is coming up with these. But I'm just going in and kind of drawing what I want. As you can see probably at the beginning picture, this is not what it came out as. But I'm drawing it, and I'm like, okay, you know, and I want it to be hippie, you know, because I have missed some hips. And just started keto again, and that's another thing. My stomach was growling through this because started keto again, and I'm just hungry. Even though I did lazy keto through the holidays, I'm going back to strict keto. So, but I do have 28 pounds off, which is not bad. But I'm going to do a video, like, you know, where I talk in the camera, can you believe it, soon about everything. So that'll be this week. But I'm just sketching in and then going and sharpening again. Apparently I'm loving to sharpen today. I'm just sketching in so I get an idea of what I want to do. And you can see very simple, and I'm not going to really do a face. And you'll see at the end, I take the face off because just the way I do things. And I'm just sketching a little oval and putting in, you know, little lips, nose, and eyes. No big deal. Eyebrows. And that's, you know, that's really it. But you don't have to put any face in. And I'm doing in the hair and the face and the hair and the, you know, the shape of the face and all that kind of stuff. And just getting an idea of what I want. And, you know, like I said, I love making dolls, and I love making dolls on fabric, and my art dolls and my odd girls and all that kind of stuff. So I just like to sketch them out first, and that's kind of what I'm doing with her. Which you'll see what I end up doing once I do my canvas that I want to do. Anyway, so now I'm wetting my water soluble or my watercolor pencil, whatever you're using. I'm just making it active and kind of sketching out with my paintbrush what I want to do. Now, I love the teardropped look, you know, so I ended up saying, I'm not doing a bird cage. I'm just going to do a nice kind of like teardrop skirt kind of thing, fitted, you know, that kind of thing. And I'm activating all the black watercolor pencil. Now, of course, you can use whatever colors you want. I always go for black. I don't know why. I just do. You guys asked me to do some more brighter color pages and whatnot because I do tend to do a lot of darker colors. That's why I did the colors that I'm doing here. So I'm trying to sculpt out and think to myself, what on earth do I want? So I kind of wet it with my brush, and I'm going in with a paper towel and kind of, you can see, sculpting more of the shape that I want. And going back in with my watercolor pencil, shaping it out. But you can see, and I'm going to show you in a few minutes, that I did screw up. I shouldn't have used the watercolor pencil down there because I wanted it to be, I don't know, more, I guess, opaque than it was coming out. And of course, it's watercolor. It's not going to be as opaque as I want it. So you'll see what I'll do in a memento. And I don't know why the memento is going on. I think because I saw the movie Memento on my Amazon list, and then, you know, it just stuck in my head. I feel like I'm fancy. So I also want her to have a belt. I think the waist was a little bit, I want it to be a higher waist, I should say. I'm a fashion designer all of a sudden, because also with RuPaul's Drag Race that I'm obsessed with watching, that we watched, the 3 got caught up last night. I'm also obsessed with Project Runway, so excuse the lingo. And I put some red for the belt, which I end up not keeping, but, you know, do you, boo. Do you whatever you want to do. I just wanted to have a visual for myself. And wiping my brush off because a little drip went onto the watercolor pencil, and it dripped onto my page. And I'm showing you how to clean it up, which I've shown a million times. Clean your brush off, dab the water off, and then suck up whatever paint or watercolor that you have down there. And do that a couple times, and you'll see it'll come right up. And then just dry it with your paper towel or art rag or whatever you use. And then I'm going in and just activating her hair with the black watercolor. And I was trying to get texture on there with water, like dropping the dots and everything on there, and it did not work like I wanted it to, which happens. What are you going to do, right? And you're going to see, yeah, you're going to see a real great cut that I did an edit coming up. But anyway, so then I took a green watercolor pencil from the Reeves, and I went in and I colored. Now, you can activate this with green paint, which I kind of did, you'll see coming up, because it wasn't as dark as I wanted it to be. And what do you do when you use a watercolor pencil and it doesn't work like you want it? So then I just went in, I took off that nasty face that I just didn't like, because it made her look too long of a face. And you'll see when she's all done, she just came out really cute. And I really love the page. So I go in and I'm cleaning up like I tell you. I wet my brush, I cleaned it, I'm dabbing, and I'm getting that face off, girl. Yep, I beat the face, and now I'm off. And now I'm telling you why I did it. Know what I was doing. So yeah, so you can see it. I'm going and cleaning it up again to get the rest off, and it just comes out fine. It's not a big deal. But you can see I took off some of the hair, which happens, you know. Q-tip would have worked well, as, you know, where I could have really went in there well and been more controlled. I have such bad hands with the RA and fibro, and sometimes they just don't work. So I have to do what works for me. And this is what works for me. Maybe, you know, something different would work for you. So I went in with some pencil, just regular graphite pencil. And then I went over it again with my wet brush, just to kind of blend in and get a little bit of variation of the color. Okay. Just trying to fix this. Yeah. Yeah. So now I'm going in with my green multi-surface in lime green, one of my favorite colors. And it's the multi-surface from Folk Art. And like I said, it's satin finish and it just goes over everything. Wait, I'm going to move my butt. Wait. Okay. It just goes over everything. And as you can see, it's really going to do wonders here. And it kind of I still go for a grungy look. I'm not going to lie, because the black kind of bleeds into the green a little bit because everything's being activated with the paint and, oh, the watercolor pencil. It's just delicious. I love it. I can't stand how much I love it. Okay, so everything's dry. And now I'm like, girl, what am I going to do with this? So I had the, what color is this? Valentina pink, I believe it is. And you can see I'm using my, wet paper towel to paint it. I'm not using anything else because I want that grunge look. But you can see I fixed it, and then I'm just gonna kind of blot that on there. I don't know, just to add some more color. But you can see it fixed that grunge color, and then I rolled the paper towel and I just am like wiping off any excess pink that I have, and it cleans it up so nice. And look at those black edges. Look at those, would you please? So good. So good. Now I'm going to write with these crappy, nasty Adirondack, ginger. What even are you? They don't write, none of them. I was all excited and my handwriting was one of the best I've ever done in my life on here. And you can tell I'm getting squeaky because I was just so upset. And I tried all of these three. And I'm sad to say, I just bought them and I got them from AC Moore, Michael's. I think it was Michael's maybe. And they just don't work. And I'm so disappointed and upset. But I go in with the star, which I think is also a Tim Holtz Ranger kind of thing. And I like the star. I use it all the time. Screw up the star, and I'm going to show you what to do if you screw it up. But, you know, so what are you going to do? Markers didn't work. All right, sun's shining and changing and doing, I don't know what the heck it's doing out there. So I was trying to adjust the color, so it's a little bit better. But you see how, like, oh, I just love it. So now I'm thinking, see, I'm tapping my fingers. Girl, what am I going to do? So I'm going in with the Mega Glitter from Mod Podge, which is one of my favorites. I save a lot of these tops on, they're like those little like cardboardy kind of tops that go on top. I save them and I keep them on there, but they get gooey after a while and you just gotta throw them away. So I'm drawing my stars, but what happens when you do that and you go to paint on your glitter or whatever? What happened? And did you see? I'm like, oh no, showing you like, oh no, mistake. What are we gonna do? Well, I'll do my best to fix it. So you can see I'm just kind of going around. Now, luckily, I did a grungy look, so it's not going to really make too much of a difference because I'm just going to blend it in. And then I go in and I just continue going, you know, to put that glitter everywhere. And I'll show you in a minute what to do. I'm just patting it in the hair. And when you pat it like that, you're not going to smear, right? Now, I thought that the stars were dry. But they weren't. And I'm going to put this little dog on the bottom just because my little dog Rocco, my Pekingese, is not doing well. And I just hope that he continues to improve, but he's not doing real well. So that's just a little homage, another big word, to my little dog Rocco, who I love. Now I'm just patting it on the stars up there, but I messed that up too. Oh no, what are we going to do? So you'll see in a minute. And I'm cleaning it up the best I can. That one I really smudged. But I'm cleaning it up the best I can. But at the end, I'm happy. So, hey. So I'm holding the dog on. And I am working. Because the dog has UT on it. Not a UTI, UT. And which is, you know, like a acrylic over it. And it's kind of bendy. So he's not going to stay. And you're going to see what I do. Which will make him stay. Now I'm drawing everything like I am. Touching. And I think it might be hard for you to see even when it's dry because of the glitter, but Hold the dog down. Now I use my lid to my Mod Podge. Mod Podge, it does everything. Oh, gonna do it again. Gonna dry it. The UT is melting a little bit. I'm pushing that down, pushing it down. Now you can do this even if you don't have UT on it, but you know, just to hold something down, because the Mod Podge lid is glossy and it's, you know, kind of like a non-stick. You don't want to hold it forever, but to hold it down. And it worked, and I'm happy. So I'm going in with my ever-loved Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pens. They are my favorite. They never let me down, like these Adirondack pen markers. I should have known when they're on clearance not to get them. So upset. But anyway, I think it was Michael's now that I'm thinking about it. So you see, I just went in there and drew, you know, over the star a little bit just to make it a little bit more. Now I'm going in and I'm going to do my word again, which is move on. Just disappointing. Disappointed. Okay, so you see, I'm just doing, and you just do your own thing. Write whatever you want. Mine's move on because, girl, I need to move on. I could have sat and really played, and which you'll see at the end where I add a little details, but I really could have just sat longer and played, but I didn't. And this is just my very thin, extra small Faber-Castell that I went in, and then I went in with my thicker one to kind of give it a little bit more thickness, you know what I mean? And now I'm just kind of going in and, you know, draw your star if your star messes up, or your stencil, and then just, you can go in and color it, and then you're done. You don't have to worry, you know what I mean? It's not going to hurt anything. What am I doing? I don't even know what I was doing there. Oh, I'm looking for the star, Ariar. Couldn't find her. Then you can also go in and use your marker or whatever you're using, paint, and go in and watch me go and push it down, and you got your star. So I don't know why I did that, but I did. And then I'm just going to outline everything, which I love the bold outline. Look at me go. Look at me. I love a bold outline. Now you can, of course, use your watercolor pencil with this again and just leave it dark, or maybe you have a marker you like. It could be a watercolor marker, because we're not going to activate it. So it's going to stay, nothing's going to go over top of it, so it won't smudge. And, you know, and I'm just chasing it. Given the waist, and then look at me. I'm going, look at that belt design. Would you look at it? Oh, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. I'm not going to lie. I hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody